Hello! We are here.
Was that like your Count Dracula one? My name is Christopher. There you go.
The fuck you talking about, Count Dracula?
Goddamn. Transylvania. Oh, look, everybody's in the chat. I thought, there's Dots. He's sitting there with his big cup of tea.
Yeah, Dots with his tea. Dots with the tea. If Dots didn't have his tea, he'd just be called Doe.
That's very true. We'll get a couple of minutes, guys, for you to come in, because again, some of you are running late. It's Saturday night. You are watching alien programs. Here's Emerald Isles Paranormal. Hello.
Oh dear Lord, they're here. I thought I banned them. Just kidding.
Hey, did you watch Jenny's investigations at Redwood Castle?
Yes, I did. They were so totally interesting.
Yes, it was amazing. So, ladies and gentlemen, a little shout out for Jenny in the chat. Go and check out her videos. You never know. Become a member. I think I'm the first member of her channel. I became a member.
You tell her like you're promoting her OnlyFans.
Well, okay, what I mean, I like to do my best for Jenny. You know, I have to do my best. You know, what's that? I'm just
new video up on page.
New video up on page. I'll watch it tonight. I will watch it tonight. There you go.
Dear Lord. Oh, I worry about you, man. I worry about you.
That's all right, I've got my beard now. Everybody's like, I see you've got a beard. It's not as if you're obviously a blind person when you see it, right? You know?
I was about to say these women you claim are saying your beard looks good. What is their prescription on their glasses?
I don't know. There's people out there that like Jenny in the chat. Do you think my beard looks good? There you go. I've asked Jenny in the chat. I don't think I've asked her that before. But Jenny, what's your opinion on my beard? Look, I could get it all shaved off, but then it would make me look kind of odd, wouldn't it? Except for the wee bit there. That's kind of been out of style in the 1930s, you know.
Dear Lord.
No, I was going to go with a Hulk Hogan look, like shave this out, right, and then it'd be like, is it the handlebar one, you know?
Yeah,
the old Hulk Hogan. Remember how Hulk Hogan? Hey, John Morris. Yes,
yeah,
I like
I know Hulk Hogan.
Likes a beard. She likes a beard. I'll bring it up. See, Jenny likes a beard.
She's Irish. They're always drunk.
Aye.
Angry little leprechaun.
I think I look like was it Sean Connery? You know, he had a beard. Sean Connery had a beard.
You think you look like Sean Connery?
Aye, it's been a horrific car
accident. What kind
of
meds are you on, and why aren't you sharing?
Taking pictures has maybe been taking something they shouldn't have. You know, license to kill, Miss Moneypenny.
I was about to say, what kind of meds are you on, and why aren't you
Jenny
sharing?
could be my secretary. License to kill, Jenny. You know, you can send mutant missions. I
just got bad visuals there.
I could
got terrible
suckers
visions.
in my hands. I can get the suckers in the hands, and I could get up the side of like big buildings and all that kind of stuff.
I thought tomorrow was the roast.
What's that? Actually, I treated myself tonight, ladies and gentlemen. It's an original Iron Brew. It's got sugar in. I've no identity today, actually, except for this morning.
Oh, Lulu, how are you?
Louise, hello.
Oh, by the way, did you see the video I put out earlier?
No.
Oh, you fucking dick.
What? I never seen any video. What video was it?
It's a trailer for the Valentine's Day special I've been putting together.
Actually, there's something about that. How do you get a Valentine's card to your intergalactic woman?
That's a very good question.
Did she come down on Valentine's night and the spaceship land outside? And it's like that scene out of like Star Trek First Contact. And the music's playing, the steam's coming out the woods and all that kind of stuff, and the ship lands.
No,
and then the door opens.
They never officially land. It's they hover close proximity and they come down through teleporters, get me and take me back up. But that's only if she's able to get the time off. Yeah. She still has a job to do up there, man.
How much did she make? They don't
make money.
What's the point of working
then? Some of them get credit. So, they have a fulfilling life. They don't want to look like some poor loser that's stuck in their mother's basement.
I'm not in my mother's basement. I'm actually
Hey,
upstairs.
did I specify you?
Did
I specify you?
I'm going to tell you something. Houses in the UK, a lot of houses in the UK don't have a basement. I know that's a mad, strange thing that all you Americans have. I bet you've got a basement.
Yeah, we do.
Why don't you turn it into a studio, a UFO? Wait a minute, a UFO museum.
All right, because just say for the sake of illustration, the top of my webcam preview is the ceiling, right? I would have to constantly be like this just to walk around, and the fucking steps going down the stairs, the steps going down into the basement are less than half the size of my foot.
Well,
I feel like I'm gonna fall down the damn thing.
It must use quite a bit of power when they're beaming you up. And the old
considering
fusion
I'm average
reactors,
size when it comes to the Pleiadians.
Okay. Can I what to shrink you down?
Well, it's anatomical structures. I'm being separated atom by atom and reassembled.
Can you imagine if they beamed you back and you were missing stuff? It went wrong.
I'm already missing stuff, but we won't talk about there.
It's okay, Dakota. It's okay.
Get your mind out of the gutter.
Let the command if you can hear it. See when you beam them up the night and bring them back, could you add a couple of maybe feet on, Oh, who's that in the job? Jono, I can't even pronounce that name.
Joe
in the chat.
Batista, hello. How are you?
Hello. Yeah.
Hey, if you're into that type of thing, Chris, that's
all
you.
Look. I've had my sugar tonight. Jenny knows I've had my sugar tonight. And everybody knows I've had my sugar tonight. I don't do things like that. It's a treat. A treat. Sure. It's the real Iron Brew. Look at that. Look at that. Iron Brew there.
Sure, you don't do stuff like that.
If you're talking about CBD oil and stuff like that and jelly baby things, maybe I partake in the old jelly baby.
Yeah, no, you don't fucking take that shit. You would be a lot skinnier. Potentially even decent looking.
I have lost 2 stone. I was out of walk the other day and they must have fell out my pocket.
How? God. And how much is that in American?
I don't know. Did you see who died today?
Oh yeah, Carl Weathers.
Apollo Creed. No.
Jobs.
He was in Star Wars, wasn't he?
No. He was.
He was. What you call him?
From Happy Gilmore.
No, back me wrong.
Yes.
In Star Wars, Apollo Creed. That guy that played the Apollo Creed, he was in Star Wars, and he played the the guy that built the mining colony in the gas world.
You gotta remember.
He won it at a card game.
Seen Star Trek.
Star Wars.
Star Wars. I was it. Are you talking about Lando?
Aye, that's Lando.
I don't know.
I'm sure that's Lando.
Hey, I only went to the Star Wars auditions because I wanted to meet Harrison Ford.
Did you meet him?
No.
I'm sure that
fucking John
all the normal people, Harrison Ford was got to be standing in the audience waiting to meet you.
No. Yeah. You clearly don't know how Harrison Ford works.
Well, he likes his money and he's a terrible pilot. So, tonight's show, ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about strange technology. I mean, it was quite interesting before the start of the show, guys. I mean, we were talking about what was that you're talking about? The bacteria that's getting used in technology.
Okay. Now here's the thing. No, it wasn't anything mass produced. Okay. This was actually an MIT student who figured out how to basically use E. coli bacteria as both the computer and the screen in order to play the original Doom.
See, I just don't get that. I don't know how that's possible.
She figured it out. But here's the thing, right? Here's the main drawback. Because of how it works, it takes about 9 hours for the bacteria to process a single frame. So according to their calculations, if you were to actually try to play this game using the E. coli, it'd take you about 600 years.
Well,
But you
there's a
gotta
couple
still
of
take
gamers
into
out.
consideration.
There's
That's
gamers
fucking
out there
cool.
that are willing to try anything. There's people that maybe it's on maybe Xbox 5,693. I don't know, but it will be out one day.
Oh, but come on, it's the original Doom. What haven't they figured out how to play that on? You can
I've
play it
still
on
got the original
calculators.
Doom.
Someone actually figured out how to use a tractor to play Doom. The pregnancy tests.
Yeah,
That blew my mind.
yeah. I'd be good to remember some pregnancy tests now. I've seen them. They're like really complicated digital things.
Yeah, no.
I mean, we
They
computers.
figured out how to play Doom on them.
Yeah, I mean,
Someone
there you
figured out
go.
how to use
While you're waiting on your test, you can sit there and play Doom. What more could you possibly want? You know?
Yeah, they also figured out how to use toasters. I mean, but consider
A toaster.
with everything that's already. Yeah, apparently there's some toasters nowadays that have hidden USB ports. That's how they did it.
An American thing, ladies and gentlemen. It's an American thing.
Going back to the being able to play video games on bacteria, can you imagine what that could be done if that were able to process it a lot quicker? I mean, we're already building. We're building synthetic life forms, silicon-based life forms that have actually been able to reproduce themselves already. So if you're able to get them to where they're able to run computer games like that, can you imagine what could be done?
You just need to look at TVs nowadays. I mean, look how old I can remember the old televisions, and they used to be like humongous. I mean, humongous. My grandmother had a black and white TV, and it was like a wee square. I kid you not. It was like a wee square, right, like that. And then the thing must have been the size of a chair. I tamed the back off it when we're throwing it out. Big valves.
Yeah, no, I was at a secondhand shop, and I actually found really old TV. It was the screen was like 2 inches wide and it was about that long. Had a coax cable on the back of it. It was like I was looking at it like, the fuck is this thing?
When's it going to be? Let's face it. There's TVs now that you can little boxes that onto walls. What happens if they invent like some like the E. coli? What you're talking about in a paint form or a spray form, and you spray it onto your wall, and you can watch TV.
Well, the military does already have an aerosol spray that helps boost radio and Wi-Fi signals.
Really? Let me get some of that for my cord radio because it doesn't seem to work. It only works when I get to the top of the mountain, and when I come back down again, it doesn't work.
Yeah, say if you're in heavy terrain where digital signals don't really seem to work, you can just spray on this. Basically, the aerosol is actually made of tiny little, almost microscopic antennae. And you can just spray it on just about anything.
There's also the military have also got graphite bombs.
Very true.
Yeah. You ever heard of them, ladies and gentlemen? If you know what it is, it's like, imagine you've got a town that you want to capture. You want to take this town out. So what you do is you fire these shells and they explode above the town, and the graphite sticks to anything electricity. You get electricity in it, right? And basically makes it inert. Nothing will work. Cars won't start. Communications, nothing will work, right? Unless it's shielded. And then people will be like, what's the point of that? You're destroying the infrastructure. Well, you're no. You go in and you take the people out, you take the town, and then you wait till the rainstorm comes along, right? And it's inert. It's after the rain washes it away. You get all your communications back. You get everything back. But you see, what's that in the chat there? So, just seeing who else is there.
Everybody just saying hi to each other.
It's like the Waltons in there. But you think about the technology with that, you could basically use that for anything, really. You think of the latest generation of smartphones and tablets and stuff that will be out in, say, 10 years from now.
Within the next couple of years alone.
I mean, I've seen because I'm an Apple user, I always get, I don't know if anybody else in the chat is an Apple user, I always get like wee videos sent to me for Apple, right? And I click on them. And you see the new goggles they're bringing out?
Oh, dear Lord. The ones that cost like 20,000?
Yeah, yeah,
Fucking hell, yeah, I've seen those.
yeah. Well, there's another company out there that's no Apple I wear glasses all the time, and the glasses that they made, they just look like normal glasses, and seemingly they can do it to what your prescription is, right? But when you're walking along, you can watch something, or your messages will pop up, and you can hear it, and
Yeah,
you're
you
wearing
got
this stuff.
smart glasses from Google, and there's a few Chinese knockoffs that are starting to sell them.
Yeah, it's the
Even Alexa
technology.
they have Alexa glasses now.
I've heard about that. I would like to see them. I'm kind of funny because I wear glasses all the time. But I would think that'd be quite dangerous. I mean, if you're driving and all of a sudden YouTube started to get a pop, imagine if you got a virus in your glasses and you were driving along and all of a sudden you get crazy pop-ups in your glasses.
I know. That'll
I
be
don't,
interesting to see.
but I think the way technology is going, well, some of it will be helpful, but some of it's dangerous.
Oh yeah.
I don't.
I
I
mean, can
mean,
you
what
imagine
you
what would happen if Neuralink went sideways?
as to that's what I was just coming to.
Yeah. I mean, there's already the story about the macaw that they use to. It's a type of snow monkey. It's similar to the one that busted out of the zoo over in Scotland.
Aye, they're still starting to catch it with their net.
Yeah, it's a snow monkey in Scotland. It'll be fine. The
It'll be
weather's there
fine.
practically perfect for it.
God help it if it goes into the burrows at night in Glasgow. That's what I'm going to say.
Right. Well, there are monkeys who like to do raids on bars in Thailand, so
It's probably sitting at a bar the new, sitting with a vodka and iron brew. A Glasgow bar.
God, no. But not too long ago, they announced there was reports coming out that one of the monkeys they were using to test the Neuralink chip started having some very adverse effects to where it died. They had brain swelling. It was going into seizures, and they didn't really specify why this happened, but there was a piece of its skull cut out. Now I can imagine that may have something to do with the installation. I don't know. It never directly said. Neuralink never really came out and said anything.
How big is Neuralink?
Few
The one that's in the human now. How big is it?
I was just about to say, as I was just about to say, with a couple months ago, it's not supposed to be very big. It's only supposed to be like yay big. Neuralink actually got the FDA approval to start human tests. And Elon Musk has been reporting that the first human to be implanted with Neuralink is actually recovering very well.
It's right. Look, I can see some good uses there, right? So if you're paralyzed, right, and you need it to maybe speak, or you need it to maybe like use like a mechanical legs or wheelchair, right? I can see that's a good thing, right? But then you also brought up it can help people that have been traumatized with, say, war, for instance, shell shock or whatever, right?
Yeah.
PTSD or whatever, right? You can use it in them so as it takes away that fear and it takes away what's happened to them. But when does it come a thing when the military think, oh, here, that's taking away the fear of killing? That's taking the fear of killing away. If I get say 50 men and I put that Neuralink in everybody's brain and then send them into a battle zone and tell them to kill kill everybody, they'll do it because they'll just flick a switch and they'll just be like autonomous robots doing what they want.
But here's the thing, though: the United States Air Force, anybody can actually go ahead and Google this, already has technology patents out there for situations like that. They can remotely influence people's behavior. Now, one of the big conspiracies that surrounded it was, have you ever noticed that you go to post something online that's somewhat conspiracy related, then all of a sudden you have all these trolls trying to shut you down?
Mm-hmm. No.
Within common household appliances.
So it's basically military warfare.
So
they put a code out on your phone. Somebody hears the frequency in all the homes, and then they go into YouTube to deliberately look you up and then troll you.
Essentially, there's a hypnotic influence to it, to where, in theory, they could program individuals like a Winter Soldier type situation. They can influence people without them realizing.
I will say, and Jenny in the chat will probably maybe agree with me here, but what do you think, Jenny? What do you think, and Louise? What do you think your thoughts are on this? Putting the chip in someone's just about to die to see what they see
I've always wondered what
before
would
the end.
happen. Say Neuralink gets advanced enough to where we could save memories as digital files to where we can watch them like
Yeah.
movies. I mean, who hasn't had something where they wish they had a camera on them happen to them, whether baby's first steps or a UFO that disappeared before you managed to get out your camera, which always happens to me. That could
But it's
seriously change the game as far as paranormal investigation.
there's been instances I know hospice nurses and stuff like that where they've told me like where the old people or young people will be dying and they'll be like, oh, my grandmother's in the corner of the room, there's my brother, my sister's coming to get me, and they can see it. They think they can see it. What happens if that chap inside their head really is that to like a computer, and then you watch it back and through their eyes you can see deceased people standing?
It certainly makes you wonder because there's actually a movie that came out. I know I've referenced it several times. It's Jim Caviezel and Robin Williams. It's called The Final Cut. Basically, there's a brain implant that records someone's entire life that goes out to certain people when they're babies, records their entire life. And then when that person goes to pass away, they can recover all those memories. Someone is actually paid to look through all that, edit all the good memories into like a good funeral video, and give it back to the family.
Yeah.
The whole plot behind this movie, and I know I should probably say spoiler alert, but it's an old movie, so is that one of the main guys behind the chip was believed to be behind some criminal acts. And they figured that when this gentleman passed away, the people could expose him. As it turns out, he was actually sexually assaulting his own daughter.
That's terrible.
And Robin Williams ends up dead. It turns out he had a chip the entire time, but before the parents are told to tell the kids about it, his parents passed away, so he never knew.
See, that's actually interesting. You say that. I mean, I know what the chip would be really good for. Can you imagine you had sex offenders?
I believe
You could
there
give
was
you could
a
you, you could you
episode
could
about
give
that.
you could give them the chip, right? So if they started looking anything up or started doing anything, obviously an AI computer somewhere would just right, you shouldn't be doing that. Inform the police, give them the information, they'll get a knock at the door and they get arrested again.
Yeah, there's a show on Netflix. I think it's like Black Mirror, but
I've not watched
there's
that.
this,
I'll need to watch it.
I don't know. There's this one episode. I haven't watched it for myself, but people on TikTok can't come up with their own shit. But basically, the concept behind this episode was this. It was kind of like a X-rated Hitch. What this guy was doing, he was helping guys set guys up with these beautiful women. He basically recorded everything. I mean, everything, including sex. And he ended up getting marked as a sex offender. But in order to be able to go out into public, he had to work with the police in order to help arrest and charge the guys that he essentially helped. Part of the population had brain implants that allowed them to block people like you could on social media. And their image would just look like a staticky silhouette. But in the case of sex offenders, like he got marked as, it would be marked red. They would be given a red color so people would know.
I think it's got some good uses, right? But I think it's very dangerous at the same time because then you could down the lines of George Orwell and all that in 1984 and stuff, where if you like, let's say for instance North Korea, right, and you wanted to bring all your inhabitants under control, you put a chip in every single one of them. You know what they're thinking. You know if they're planning to, let's say, for instance, have a civil war, have a march up against you, rise up against you. You know, because that's the chip will tell them. I think it's a bad idea for some things. I think it should be regulated, totally regulated. But what intrigues me is the dying part. Obviously, seeing what that person sees at the very end. But I see too, if everybody had a chap too, and then somebody murdered somebody.
I know. It's one of this is those situations where, they say that one of the first things about the Illuminati is that the more the more you're able to gift wrap something, show all these perks, they realize
Yeah,
the more people are able to give away their freedoms in order to
yeah,
if they get a little something in return. So yeah, you can mark this up. It being having chips in everybody that could help solve crime rates. They can help with missing persons. Say someone got into that's what we were just talking
yeah.
about, Ken. It could amnesia patients. Maybe it could help stimulate something. It could help track where the damage is in the brain so that they can be able to tell it. I mean, there's a whole
Course, you could, in
number
theory,
of different facilities.
right? Say, for instance, you're 40-year-old, you've got terminal cancer, you've not got long. You get the chip implant, and it basically copies you. It copies you, right?
Exactly.
And then you get uploaded when you die. You get uploaded onto an artificial world. What?
Yeah, did you watch Upload on Amazon? I just heard a voice as you said that.
No, I've not seen that upload yet, but that's where I got the idea for. But I've not watched it yet because I had somebody was telling us about it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's something to do with me. Fine. No, there's nobody down the stairs, like, but you can't hear it. It's somebody in my room. I can feel them.
It sounded right by your microphone too.
Aye, it's freezing cold right here. That happened last night again. When Jenny's show. But you imagine you would wake up in this world, right? And you'd be like, what the hell is this? This a heaven? You would think it was heaven because you'd be a digital copy.
Yeah.
But can you imagine how something like that would help with a murder investigation?
Oh yeah. I mean, it'd be kind of like that one story of it was an organ transplant patient, a young girl who I believe it was had to get like a heart transplant, and all of a sudden she started having these really gruesome nightmares about being chased
Yeah.
in the woods in the middle of the night. Parents got concerned enough to where they took her to a psychologist, and the psychologist was like, it doesn't seem like there's too much for this to just be a nightmare. These may be repressed memories.
Yeah.
And they actually ended up helping solve a murder investigation because the young girl where they got the heart from was actually murdered, and they had no clue on who did it. And she was able to physically see her killer in her last moments of life, and that memory transferred over. So technically speaking, we don't need the chip for all this to happen. It's already there when you think about it.
Yeah.
The chip is just making it in a format that we're more familiar with.
I think there should be laws passed. There should be laws passed for like artificial intelligence. There should be laws passed for like robots, which really means slave.
Oh, that is opening up a different can of worms over here
I
in the
mean,
States, man.
I mean, you could. I mean, look, if you really want, you ever seen that film where Bruce Willis and he's a cop, and everybody in the world's an android, and everybody's at home in their bed, but this
Fifth
chip
Element?
implant.
Wasn't that like
Yeah,
Fifth Element or something?
no, that's the fifth element. That's the future. That's like 500 years in the future. No, I'm talking about everybody spends all their time in the house, right? And there's like copies of them walking about.
Oh,
But they're younger. They're all young. They're all young copies, right? They're all young, beautiful looking, really nice looking, and all that kind of stuff. And it doesn't matter if they get killed. It doesn't matter if they get damaged. They're in their house. That's the droid. But they're all controlled with a chip implant. So in the start of the film, everybody's sitting in a chair like that, controlling them outside. He has to
I
think
think
doing a murder.
I think I've
Aye,
seen
he
clips of
doesn't.
that.
He doesn't like doing that kind of thing. So he goes out as a human to hunt the murderer down. Is it After Earth? No, that's not it. That's
After
not it,
Earth,
I'm
isn't
afraid.
that a Will Smith movie?
Yeah, that's after that. After Earth's when the humans have been like away from Earth for like 5,000 years or something like that, and then they crash land on. I've watched it.
Yeah.
Right. Look, the one with the microbes is a good idea. Technology and stuff like that, the way it's going. I mean,
well, they're already trying to figure out how to use microbes to help fight things like cancer. To be able to get into the body and create less invasive surgeries. Yeah, that's a good idea. There's a whole idea of nanobots. There's like this metallic sludge that's almost like ferrofluid that you can go through the body and can actually help remove foreign obstacles. Let's say like someone ended up swallowing, and it's just like running a magnet through their system.
You see what they're doing now? I've had some of these done, and they're diabolical. You ever had the camera down your throat?
Once when I had my tonsils out.
Do you know that they've invented a new method?
Is that so?
It's about that size. It looks the size of like maybe a pill, and it's a camera
I've seen that.
with a light on it. You put it in your mouth and you swallow it.
Like a pill. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you sit in this room for like a couple of hours, and it all comes up in the inside, and they can tell, and it just passes out through you after that, and you just throw it away because it's only got like a certain amount of time that it can survive. But it just shows you microbes that eat plastics. Microbes that eat plastics. I brought that
Yeah,
up.
we were talking about that before the show.
What happened to that guy that invented that? He just disappeared.
I know.
Like everybody else.
I know.
Can you imagine if we put that in the sea?
Yeah, that could probably eliminate a lot of the problem we're having with the plastic bergs, I believe they're calling them. And it's like, here's another one. That gentleman who found the bacteria that you just planned on saying put it in your mouth like swallowing a pill, and you never had to worry about brushing your teeth again because it would preserve perfectly. You can eat whatever you want. It wouldn't damage your teeth. Whatever happened to that? The news about that started coming out when I was like 8 or 9 years old. I'm 28 now.
See, I've got a theory about that. I think that's all to do with like population control. See, toothpaste. A lot of toothpaste out there. This is the thing about toothpaste, right? And it's very stupid how some people. I remember going to when I went to the school and that, in the primary and that, and I could remember when they brought in to brush your teeth, right? But I was older at that time. You didn't need to do it. It was only the young ones, and they're just like, just swallow it. Just swallow the toothpaste. That's very stupid because it's fluoride is a poison.
Mm-hmm.
You ever got a tube of toothpaste and looked at the bottom of it and there's colours on it?
Aye.
That's telling you the strength of fluoride and how toxic it is.
Mm-hmm.
The toothpaste I use is non-fluoride.
Is it though?
It's expensive stuff, but it's £9 a tube, right? But it lasts for ages and it's got zero fluoride in it. It's got like more like bicarbonate of soda and stuff like that. That's to try and. But it's look, fluoride as a poison. I mean, they add it to the water.
Yeah.
And I think the one is. Yeah, there you go.
Anna.
Well, Louise, get what I mean?
Yeah, Louise.
It's
in the water.
Think
about it, Chris. Where did they learn that? Where did that first start coming out of? Nazis.
Yeah, fluoride. Fluoride is look. There's an interesting fact I probably didn't know about Scotland. The water in Scotland has got natural fluoride in it, right? It's got natural fluoride because it comes out the rocks and run about, right? Mm-hmm. And it's all right for you because it's natural, right? But I was talking to my water about 2 years ago. I filled a glass of water and it was pure white. And I'm like, what the hell's going on with this? And see, I use all water filters in our house now because it stinks. It absolutely stinks. Like fluoride.
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking to somebody that works. I'm not better to mention his name because I don't want him getting fired or anything like that. That works at the water. There's a reservoir up the back from me where it all comes from. And he says the big lorries come in with drums and they pour it in to the water, and there's no really any need for it because the water's clean anyway. Exactly. And I think it's to do with population control, and it's to do with you wonder where these cancers come from. Obviously all the nuclear bombs that were detonated, they've got a part to play in it. Radiations that have happened for like nuclear power stations when it meltdowns, that's happened to plastics. You don't know what's in plastics now. Get what I mean? But you've also got fluoride, and fluoride plays it keeps your teeth nice and white and shiny, but you've probably got to kill you. You know what I mean? What's that with Louise? All fire retardant stuff too full of toxins. Mad that we just sit in it all. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. See, everybody says to me, says, "Oh, Chris, you shouldn't really be drinking juice that's got sugar in it." But I can tell you something right now. This can of juice is probably more healthier for you than a can of Pepsi Max with no sugar in it.
You're
Because
giving
you've
me
got,
just
you've
how the sodas are made between the U.S. and the U.K. That's the unhealthiest stuff that's sold in the U.K. is probably several times healthier than what's put out here in the U.S.
well, they're banning. Is it panoline? Is it the sweetener?
Mm.
That's found to give you cancer.
What isn't found to give you cancer these days? So
that's the thing. You get mobile phones which give off radiation. You've got everything EMF waves that are giving off radiation all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Where's it going to end? I mean, technology is just going to get more and more and more and more until we obviously maybe start shooting each other. I don't know.
And well, let's face it, there's getting to be a point where it's hard to tell the difference between technology and reality, being that artificial intelligence is starting to make its way into everything. I mean, hell, I had an AI help me with my taxes this year.
Yeah.
And it helped me get a bigger refund.
Yeah.
Yes, I used a robot to help me with my taxes.
Yeah, it's amazing what the AI can do. I've got that on my iPad. It's like a drawing one. So I draw like a scenic castle, then I show it to the AI, and then it gives me one back.
And yeah,
and I'm like, oh my god.
Professional. But did you see the controversies that have been popping up here in the States because of AI lately?
No.
There's two major ones, right? The first one is using a program called 11 Labs, and that's actually something I've used myself, where someone took recordings of Joe Biden and made fake political message calls out to people. Yeah, I'm serious.
I know. I've seen that. I've seen them. I know what you're talking about.
The second major one. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be cringe when I mention a certain name behind it, but I feel that this is definitely a topic that needs to be addressed because this does affect a lot of people, and that's the concept of deep fakes. You know what those are, right? Basically, where you can use an AI program, take your face or the face of someone else, and put it into another video. Being that Valentine's Day is coming up, you can probably imagine there's a lot of very lonely people putting the faces of their crushes into porn and getting themselves off to that. Taylor Swift was the target of deep fakes that went around that started shutting down social media because they were all trying to rush in to stop this from flowing around. You can go on Twitter while this all was going down, try to look up Taylor Swift, you would start getting error messages.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift getting targeted by deepfake porn is actually causing Congress here in the States to step up and try to come up with some sort of laws to protect people because this is a very serious conversation. Yeah. This is one of those things where people can't realize that it's AI unless there's a tattoo that's either there or missing that person has or does not have, depending on the circumstances.
Well, I will say this: I've not seen an AI yet that can copy my voice.
I know. I tried. You were one of the first voices I tried for that 11 Labs.
I'll tell you the news.
And it made you sound British. It made you sound British. Hell, I played it on the fucking show.
The English show today.
When it comes to the deepfakes, I actually prepared some stuff just for this part of the conversation.
Would you?
You want to see?
Let's see this. Let's
All right. Take a picture of this ugly motherfucker.
Oh, look at that handsome chap there.
First off,
why did you have to pick me? Why could you not pick somebody else?
No, don't worry. I picked on myself, but all right.
I need to shape that weird. Latest picture of that now.
No. Well, first off, it would look better if you actually fucking smile. Dear Lord.
Wow, I'm smiling.
You called that a smile? You called that a smile?
It's a smile.
Fuck. Dude, you seriously gotta smile. And that, I don't care what you think, that fucking looks ugly. Right?
That's my happy look.
Okay, why did it
What
not
was
play?
the point of showing everybody that?
Hold on. It was I accidentally hit a button. Dakota hit the wrong button again.
I'm going to have to get the special wig out, aren't I? I'm going to have to get it out.
Oh, I should have probably done something with the wig instead of this. Come on, get your ass back up here. All right. All right. Same photo run through an AI, right?
I'll make me handsome, rugged, interesting.
That's what you think. That's what you think. See,
God.
Ken agrees with me. It looks like a mugshot. You run it through an AI, this is what you get.
Oh, for God's sake, is that what I'm going to look like when I'm like maybe 96 or something like that?
No, I just told it to make you look like a child molester.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
God, no. I mean,
I want to see one of you. I want to see one with you. I want to see one with you.
Here's the AI. I mean, this is what people think you look like, Christopher. This is what you think you look like.
I do look like that. I do look like that. I'm telling you.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm telling you that. I'm like James Bond. You just, that's a facade. A facade.
No, this is what people see when they look at you. Okay.
He's one of you then.
All right.
Like Superman or something like that with the big crest on the chest and all that, the big muscles.
All right. In fairness, I did do one of me, but I wanted to kind of illustrate how dangerous this stuff can be because it is starting to get pretty good how these image programs are going. And this is stuff anybody can get on their cell phones. There's not really any payment plans or anything like that. And if there is a payment plan, it's something anybody can afford, right?
I knew you would go for that.
Old picture. You knew I would go for this one? What's that supposed to mean?
I don't know why. I just don't go. Let's see.
It's an old photo. It's from a photo shoot I did when I was a teenager.
That's when he was 5.
No, I was like 16 when we did this one.
Here's
what could happen with AI out of control.
Dot's just splashed all his tea over his laptop. No, that's no you, for Christ's sake.
Look at the eyes.
Oh, for Christ's sake. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Dots. That's what happens.
You see, this is also something else people got to be aware of. How easy it is to get catfish. Because yes, that's me. And then people on the podcast side of this, you really need to watch the video version of this show in order to understand.
Oh my God! So you made me
look like an old bastard. Good.
And I can see the point of getting another one of your heads and put them together.
God.
You can get a nipple stuck to the very top of your head and get 2 of them, put them together, Photoshop it and put them together.
Oh God. But yeah, I don't know. I did that to be humorous, but this is something that a lot of people should really be aware of, not just in paranormal.
I'm sure the International Crime Agency out there's got to turn you into a supermodel. I'm sure you're lying your
No. I'm just saying. I'm saying, being that you're able to do that with AI. And I'll be honest, I've used AI programs to help with some of the shows that I've put together. I'll admit it. And there's a lot of controversy about it. But there's a lot of people who can easily be targeted. And being that social media is what it is, I mean, you've seen it plenty of times where you've had trolls that for some reason get ticked off at you, then they gang up on you, and the people don't actually investigate. That can cause a lot of issues.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, think about it.
I call them my minors now. I've got to begin like a section of what do you call it? An autograph for me or something like that, you know? They deserve that.
That's what they're going to call their restraining order if they keep going the way they are.
Well, Ken something that they're just idiots, and idiots don't care how to.
But nevertheless, it's not just like the paranormal, but it goes with everyday life too. We got to be aware because these programs are getting out of hand.
See, it's like some people that it's like people out there that are like, oh, I'm going to write my own book. Go to the library, pick up a couple of books, pinch a couple of pages, put it into AI, and then Bob's your uncle. You've got a book.
You don't even have to do that. There's AI programs out there that research the books for you.
I know. And there's people doing that.
and
Think they can
making
make money.
thousands of money, thousands of dollars, because there's no laws against it.
She do as many as you can.
There's no laws against it. There isn't.
See, it's
When it comes to all these AI photos, the Supreme Court here in the U.S. ruled that AI generated photos cannot be claimed by copyright. AI generated content cannot be claimed by copyright because then anybody can steal them.
yeah.
It's
I don't know where
crazy.
it's going to. I don't know where it's going to end. The way technology's going, I don't know where it's going to end. I think it's going to get more and more and more and more intense. The tech,
We've seen our own technical glitches here on the show when we're talking about this stuff. This stuff is very real. And when it goes to conspiracy theorists, whenever someone says, "Oh, there's a patent for this, patent for that," nobody wants to sit down and actually read it. You got to take into consideration for the patent process, you need a working prototype.
It was actually Ken John that plays the Xbox with me. He mentioned something that the new Call of Duty that's out. You can't cheat in it. You can't hack it. You can't cheat it.
Yeah, I've heard
It's
about
seemingly
that.
it's run by an AI. It's run by an artificial AI, and it knows. I don't know how it knows, but it knows if you're aiming name bots or wall hacks or any other type of mod. It knows and it instantly bans you and blocks you for that site.
Mm-hmm.
There's seemingly it's. I was watching the thing because he was him that tells us about it. It's when the jump off of things, it knows. It knows if you've got something running, if you've got something on your controller. That is a good idea because that has pissed me off for years. See people that cheat in games, it really annoys the hell out of me.
You ever use an action replay?
No.
No?
No. When you Call of Duty and stuff like that. I
No,
watch them.
on any game. On any game.
Maybe watch them, but
they're not really a thing nowadays because so much being done to patch up in order to prevent them being used. But the action replay is a cheating device. What a lot of people don't know is, and it explains how a lot of these mods actually work too, is that these programs look into the code and automatically adjust it like that in order to achieve the effect. Say, like you want infinite health. You still technically take damage in the game, but it's the action replay that overrides the code and to make it to where you don't lose any life. Or to you, that's how it seems. That's how that AI, that's what that AI is based on.
Yeah, it's like you're running, you see the guy, you shoot him, he turns around and shoots you, and you're like, what the hell happened there? But then if you watch it back, it shows him seeing you running towards you, and doesn't show you shooting him. It's weird. It's weird how it works. It really is. I mean, obviously the new GTA that's coming out, that's got some type of AI built in there.
That has, if it's my understanding, it has something that is based off of ChatGPT 4. And what that's going to do is make it to where the conversations, which are always notorious in Grand Theft Auto when it comes to the NPCs, become a lot more lifelike.
Yeah.
I can think about those people out there who are getting offended when AI chatbots that are already out there now turn off the sexy picture features.
Yeah.
Think about what that's going to do in a game like Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
God.
I must admit, seemingly what I've heard too is with that new game that's coming out, and this is to do with technology. Seemingly, you're going to have to use the Kinect or whatever, some device to play it.
Like, because do they still have the Kinect running for
I've still
the
got
newer Xboxes?
I've got the Kinect and the Xbox One.
You have an older Xbox, but as far as like the Series X, that's going to be required.
But seemingly, you're going to have to upload some proof of identification or something like that before you can play that game. And obviously, mums and dads out there will probably do it for their kids and stuff like that, but they'll need to watch because seemingly they're going to. I don't know how they'll get round about that.
Well, probably be something similar to what online schools have tried to do and implement scanning features for any students that attend those classes to just see if they have any other computers or stuff like that to prevent them from cheating.
Yeah.
It got shot down, but nevertheless, where where's the line though in all of this? You know?
See, you brought out a good point too. I mean, you get students that go to university and stuff like that, and that obviously you've got students out there that just can't be arsed doing the work. So they,
Mhm.
in theory, they could use an AI to write say they've got a paper to write, right? They get this, they put in what they want, and that AI does it for them. How
Oh
does the
yeah,
school or the university know that that's know then it's done that?
there's there are programs out there that scan for. It's like there's a code hidden inside the AI generated text that isn't necessarily seen on, say, like you put it on a Word document, but it's hidden in the code. It's actually how, if I remember correctly, it's actually how a lawsuit against Google happened when it came to like song lyrics. There was a
Yeah.
company who believed Google was stealing the song lyrics they had written out, so they actually wrote out a hidden code in the song lyrics that says,
Mhm.
"We got you now."
See, that's technology, guys. Where's it going to end? I would like
Exactly.
to see what technology is going to help in the ghost hunting field, though.
Uh, that's why when I mean, you remember when we got to talk about that individual, I can't, it was Steve White. No, not him,
Yeah.
but that does like all the portals, and anytime a
Mm-hmm.
celebrity dies, he does a
Okay.
contact section.
Contacts him first. It goes to him first.
Yeah, and that's why I wanted to address that these AI programs are sophisticated enough to where anybody. It's not, I used to say that it usually takes about optimally 10 minutes of voice recordings in order to get the most accuracy. It's
Yeah.
down to 1 minute. And they've actually
See
got
that?
it to where, and they've actually got it to where, say, how I'm speaking now, I could click a soundboard and change it into someone else's voice. They got it
Yeah.
that perfect.
Yeah. So in theory, somebody else could be sitting in the next room going, "I'm Elvis." Oh, it's stupid. I I will say this: you've got the SP7 and all that. That's like the weekend, the weird one for
Mm-hmm.
the it goes that one. But I still don't like that as a puts that one necrophonic. I
Yeah.
don't like that. I just think there's something odd about that. And people are like, "Oh, but you can use it, no connected to the internet." It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if that's got built in the AI. If that's got something built into it, it's going to
I
pick
don't know.
up.
I don't know. I've had some weird ones with the necrophonic that should not be possible that have been documented. Where, say, one example was, the we had the attacks with the former company we were with,
Hmm.
and there was one particular woman that I was keeping a close eye on. We actually both ran necrophonic sections around the same time, and we actually got recordings of what sounded like both of us calling out each other's names. She
Yeah.
heard my name call out for her, and I called out for me. And then the second we caught it, we both started texting each other. It's like, "Hey, something going on? I literally just heard your name." I don't know how that's supposed to be possible. It's like it doesn't connect to the internet. You can connect this to something that put it on an Android device that doesn't connect to the internet at all, and it still work. But nevertheless,
I suppose you could. This is what you could do. You could. I think that the the necrophonic it picks up on things around about you, right? So
maybe
you download it. You download it onto a new phone with nothing on it, right? Turn it off. Take it into a room. Put a camera up. Shut the door and leave it and see what it says. Make sure there's nobody there.
but I do know that the gentleman who's behind the obelisk, I
Hmm.
do know that he is trying to find ways to utilize AI,
Yeah. I mean,
which maybe it could work out because they put
I
AI
think
programs through scientific papers, and there was like 300 new discoveries made by AI overnight.
I suppose you could use it too for the would you call it like camera equipment, like for maybe like right. Obviously, us humans can't see everything in the darkness and all that. Maybe the AI could pick up in the movement of some spiritual entity. You never know.
Someone actually already made a camera like that.
Really?
Well, not necessarily for spiritual, This camera has no lens,
Right.
but it uses geographical data as well as an AI to produce pictures of whatever you're aiming it at, and it's scary accurate. The guy only ever made one. He doesn't plan on putting it in production, but the photos it produced are scary accurate. It even got the
See that?
colors of the cars on the street right.
Totally jumping for that. I mean, obviously you get AI, and another form of thing is vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a good thing, but it's no in cars, no in self-driving cars and stuff like that. Because if somebody had to hack that, like say for instance a 747 or a vehicle, you could do basically the damage you could do without that would be diabolical.
Oh yeah.
But it makes you wonder. One day there is going to be a computer that becomes self-aware, and it's got to be the real Skynet.
That's the thing, though. Some of these AI programs have gotten so sophisticated that a lot of the experts out there are saying it's already started.
So what do you do to stop it? Can you?
Can you stop it?
So that in theory, a computer could have basically copied itself, and that could be somewhere right now, getting cleverer and cleverer and cleverer and cleverer, ready to pounce.
Chris, in theory, we could sit still for 5 seconds, take a screen cap of this very show, and recreate a podcast using AI, and it would capture just about everything.
See,
It's our in the sentience behind it. Some are starting to get a little worried that it's going for. They're calling for another AI winter.
you see, it's quite interesting to say that because my pal John the other night there in the old Xbox, he says to me, how does his phone know what he wants? He'll be sitting, he'll not be touching his phone, and he'll be thinking about, like, say for instance, he'll be thinking about, I don't know, an LED telly, like a 8K LED telly. He'll just be thinking it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he'll pick his phone up and he'll be like, an advert for an 8K LED telly.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just go, and then he'll put his phone down again. And he'll be thinking about the new F-150 pickup truck or something like that. Then he'll pick his phone up again, and then there'll be an advert for the F-150 pickup truck in his area. How is that possible? How does it know? How does it read your? How does that work? How does it know?
It utilizes a combination of conversations it physically hears you have because it does scan that for advertising reasons, as well as your search history, anything you've showed interest in, everything from the podcasts you watch to any random YouTube videos you have to any cars that you have in your name. It all links that up, and what it actually does, it creates like a AI clone of you that's about 99% accurate. It copies all of your conversations to that much accuracy.
See,
That's the explanation that's been put out by the whistleblowers that probably have violated some NDAs.
I know iPhone's been bad for this in the past, but I know that Android's really bad for this. Did you know that your phone spies on you?
All devices do.
See the iPhone. See, sitting there the new. I'm watching the chat, obviously, in case we get any trolls or anything. But it's constantly taking every like 3 seconds. It's taking 10 pictures of me constantly. It's like you can't even see it with the naked eye. See if you turn the light off and put on a, what do you call it? What do you call the night vision camera? The wee light at the top. I've got a night vision camera on my camcorder there, and I tried it, and you can see it going blink.
Yeah,
blink,
how do you think it uses their facial recognition features?
Aye, and it's constantly blinking away, and that's taking pictures of everything round about me. But it's also listening to me too. It's also listening to me too. I watched a program the other night, and it was a CIA operative, and he was interviewing. I don't know if you've seen it. It was on TikTok, and he was interviewing him. You ken who I'm talking about. You see him on his own TikTok quite a lot, and he talks about the CIA quite a lot. You get him on YouTube too.
Kind of big afro.
Aye, he was talking to, like, he was interviewing another guy, that was CIA.
Mm-hmm.
And this other guy says, he says, in the olden days, people used to get their mobile phones and take the battery out of them and snap the SIM card, but I could still listen to them. How's that possible?
Mm-hmm.
So you
It
get, I
still
know,
has a connection.
you take that battery out and you take the SIM card out, but he can still hear you.
Mm-hmm.
What's that in the chat? What's that? Your pick is the answer. You know it is AI if the boobs are too big. I'll show it. Should I see that?
Why is that not popping up in the? Oh, there it is.
To show it. It's this shit.
God, dots.
He's dunking his tea bag the new. Oh God, dots.
Oh dear Lord.
Yeah.
I may have started something there.
I know. But it'll be tomorrow night. We'll have the show. It'll be
The roast of
interesting.
Bald and Bonkers.
I think Pete, the naked Bigfoot son's looking forward to that tomorrow night.
Fuck, he can join us.
I know. He sent
Yeah,
that was a good card that he sent me. That was a good one that he sent me the day. That was funny. He's terrible. He's just like his dad.
Yeah, you definitely tell who his father is.
Oh yeah. So, what else is on the? What are you doing tonight, Dakota? What interesting, exciting things?
Well, I'm probably gonna go get some more dinner, but the main plan is to work on my new book and also the Valentine's Day special, which we do have the trailer up for here in Streamlabs. Because, like I said, somebody comes forward to tell her side of the story. You know, say, think I should play it? It's a short one.
There you go. I will go play it.
Did it play for you? Because all I got was a black screen on my end. What did you think?
I thought it was very good. Very good indeed. See, ladies and gentlemen, Dakota here is not just a handsome looking woman, he's also good with computers.
Let's see, Dots said it was blank. It's the same one you saw earlier, Dots.
And you've got Dots all excited. He's sitting there stirring the teapot and excited over that picture of you. I bet he saved that. I bet he's printing it off as we speak.
Aye. Yeah, see, fucking hell. Everybody's saying blank screen. God damn it.
I had it played for me.
Fucking hell. Oh, well, it's the same one that posted on both the main channel as archives earlier.
It was just Dakota dancing as that woman. A big pole.
No,
Dots with that.
Oh, God. What is that? You're going to have fantasies about that picture, aren't you?
You'll need to give me a copy of that, actually. That's quite a good picture of that.
Oh, dear Lord. Yeah, we know, guys.
Paper bag out of the head, so something to look at your eyes,
Fucking Jesus Christ. Oh.
Yes, my son. Bless you, child. You have sinned tonight. What's that in the chat there?
Yeah. Oh, here's the link for anybody who wants to see it. It's the same one that posted earlier today. Just can't win with technology, can we? And we just talked a lot of shit about it tonight, so we're in trouble.
You can't play a trailer on here, but you can make yourself look like a 25-year-old woman with breast implants.
I don't know, those breasts did that look like back pain?
It's like two of your heads together,
right? Oh God, we should probably go in the show, otherwise we're going to go on.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you tomorrow night. Have a fantastic Saturday. If the aliens come to visit, remember, just send them back to Dakota. And
just show them that picture.
Dots, we're going to send you that picture, man. Don't worry. I'll be
Oh,
with
dear,
you soon. There you go.
Oh, you're gonna get Dot's nightmares.
It'll be fine.
Oh God, he's busting out the Elton leg. Good night. The fuck?
That was weird. I've just sent you.
The fuck?
I sent you a message, Pete, on Twitter. I was sitting. You disappeared. The screen just went black. I still had all control. I could see Pete. I could see Dots in the chat.
No, it completely
I
kicked
backed
me
out.
out.
I couldn't get back. Yeah, I know.
It
That's
kicked
what they
me
did to
completely
me with
out. That's
Jenny.
when I started looking. That's when I started looking around and trying to figure out what the hell just happened. It just deleted from everywhere. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's exactly what happened with me, Jenny, and Louise the other night.
The fucking hell,
And then we had
man.
to. Why is it no on our YouTube channel? Wait, no, it's saying it's not coming up for me. I keep refreshing it.
It's up.
There.
It's up, Chris. I'm looking right at it.
Right, there's Dots there. No, that's very strange.
That was weird. We weren't even planning about talking about anything serious tonight. What the hell?
I know. We've got to bring up Pete's favorite Christmas card that he keeps going on about.
I know, and I was going to show everybody the dating profile of yours that someone sent me, and I think sent me it because they were concerned about some of the messages you were sending them.
Okay. I don't know where you get this stuff from, by the way.
I don't know why they sent it to me, because they're saying like this is actually Chris. Hey,
I don't think it's
you
me,
need to do something about him. I don't know. It sure shit sounds
I've been getting.
like you.
I'll tell you this now. I've been getting a lot of weird emails this weather, and I don't know who the hell. Yes, Lewis, I've grew a beard. Just call me Gandalf the Grey.
The fuck is with you?
See, one of my fans.
Guys. That shit looked ugly as hell.
YMCA all together.
You look like someone who's been banned from the YMCA for going after young underage boys.
MCA. Pete knows that song. He's probably in his greenhouse now dancing to it while he's planting his wee seedlings or something like that, you know, with his Crocs on.
I don't know what that shit just blew my mind. I mean, literally right as we were going to get ready to start.
Yeah, well, I tell you, and time again, stop looking up gay porn. You can it slows your computer down. Honestly, you just can't stop it now.
Hey, Chris, you got to stop trying to pin your addictions off on me, man.
YMCA. There you go. What do you think, Pete? You want to dress up as one of the YMCA? You can be the Indian.
The hobo look is very stylish.
Hi. I bet you $1 million Pete's got a beard. Pete, have you got a beard? I bet you Pete has got a beard. His dad had a beard. Come on. His dad had a stylish beard that went away out to be here, didn't it?
Oh, dear Lord.
Come on. I'm bringing it back. I'm bringing the look back. Let's chaps.
All right, first off, should I read off, ladies and gentlemen in the chat, should I read off this dating profile someone sent
I've
me?
not got a dating
that they believe it's Chris.
They believe it's me, but
They
it's
thought
not
it was.
me. I wouldn't
They
use
thought it was Chris.
stupid names like that. I'm mere creative for them, what they've been doing. So.
Let's have the chat.
I think
decide
this is right.
if it is actually you.
Right, when you go, let's
Bald and
fire
blind.
away.
If you keep that up, yeah, I know.
You sure it's not one of my? You sure it's not one of my stalkers that sent you?
I'm starting to wonder.
Nah, it probably is.
It sounds like you. First off, so it says the username is GTA God 666.
That's a good name, actually. I could call myself that, the GTA God. That's actually a really good name.
Disabled Ghost Squad Scotland leader seeks female man with melon's breasts for Xbox, snorting fisherman's friends, and maybe more. That is the headline.
You can tell who's made this up.
What?
I'll have you know I have not sucked a fisherman's friend for at least 6 months now.
And now, there's more. It said, and now for something completely different. Hello, lads. I'm learning about important dates in history. Want to be one of them? That's very cheesy. I'm a gamer kind of chap who likes nothing more than Xbox with the right man. The first thing people usually notice about me is my lonely personality, closely followed by my smashing hair. I'm the man for you if you like gray hair and ugly beard, particularly combined with ample baby oil.
Honestly, where did you get this? You went to send me that, and I'm going to find this person that's watching. By the way, I will find you. I'll find the right
There's
address
more.
and hunt you down.
There's more. There's more. I work as a Ghost Squad Scotland leader, helping necrophiles. This allows me to exercise my skills.
Sure, this isn't for one of my enemies out there. For, you know what I mean? This
allows me to exercise my skills, leadership in GTA.
I'll have you know I've got good leadership in GTA.
I don't fall in love with you, become the best Ghost Squad Scotland leader I can be, help all the necrophiles in the world. If you're the right man for me, you'll be female and female. You won't be afraid to go under. And we'll have healthy respect for honesty. My ideal date would involve snorting fishermen's friends in brewery. I can't see what the chat right now.
Snorting I saw Dakota's Pornhub account. Lots of lobster and.
Jesus Christ.
See, it's all coming out now. It's all coming out now. This is your dad that's rubbed off on us. This is your dad, Mike the Naked Bigfoot, that's rubbed off in both of us, you know. I honestly, I want to know who sent you that. See, after the show, I'm going to find them. I'm going to hunt them down. It's probably for my stalkers, because I do have stalkers, guys. It's really ridiculous, actually, you know.
Oh dear Lord, I don't know, Lewis. You're something's wrong with you, brother.
I need to show that. Why is it hiding everybody's comments? Why is it everybody's comments getting held for you?
It's hiding. No, I'm seeing it.
No, but it's giving me the option because I'm a moderator in the chat, and it's no letting. It's Pete. It's not very fair, you know. There's Alan there. He's into that kind of stuff. Alan, was that you that sent that to Dakota?
I'm starting to wonder.
He's right into that kind of stuff. He's got whips and chains and all that kind of stuff, you know.
You were telling me all the things you found on the computer when you were helping him.
Oh, that was terrible, you know. That was he's probably sitting there, the news, his earphones and looking on about him. Oh God, do you feel better now? Did you know see what Pete put about you?
The lobsters and tentacles. What?
Go look at that. Do you know this even Pete? WD-40
Whoa.
Lewis. Yes, knowledge within Lewis. That's his real name. WD-40. Very handy, actually. By the way, WD-40 has many uses.
Yeah.
I've
It
gone through
does.
many of a can of WD-40.
I
It's
imagine
amazing what
you
you can do with
have.
it. Here's actually an interesting tip. See
Are
how
you
you get.
worth a little trend about aiming the little stick that comes with WD-40 up your thing like a catheter and squeezing?
No, but here's actually there's an interesting thing. You ever get like you kind of get the permanent markers,
Aye.
and you accidentally get it on your wallpaper, or you accidentally get it on something that you don't want. See if you spray WD-40 on it, take it clean off.
Oh yeah, very true. Very true.
There you go. It also takes tar off of cars too. I don't know what's in the stuff, but it's great.
It's very useful. Yeah. It's like I know you use it
Everybody's saying
when
I'm cool.
you're out
Everybody's saying
little.
I'm cool. Everybody's saying I'm cool because I've got a beard. He's not come into puberty yet, so he has to go out like a week in a square one there, you know.
No, everyone I know says you look like a fucking homeless person that should end up in.
Oh
Jesus
my
Christ,
God,
Pete!
WD-40 is great for
It's
squeaky
great for
balls.
squeaky balls.
Well, Pete, you're a farmer and you're a gardener. You'll know all about those dry and rusty balls.
Hey, sometimes when you're out back in the farmland,
Yeah, that's
sometimes
right.
you got to work
That's
that
right,
cousin
Lewis.
of yours like the hoe she is.
Don't say that to Pete. I'm telling you, he'll get voodoo dolly. Yeah. See when you do the voodoo dolly, Pete, when you get the voodoo dolly Dakota, can you send me like a video of you like stabbing it and stuff like that? Because I would love to see something like that. But anyway, you know, actually, do you remember WD-40 was actually invented?
Yeah, for cleaning.
It's for cleaning, but it was also, I think it was developed in the Arctic. It was
Oh,
because it was the Arctic for the machinery to keep things going.
yeah, whatever works, right? Especially in a climate like that.
Aye, why does the chat no work for me? This bloody chat here's no bloody what. I have to keep clicking that yellow thing.
It's been
Ken,
all
that is
sorts of
so
fucking
weird.
lately.
Oh my God, that is weird.
What?
I can smell WD-40. I've not got any in the house. It's on the back of my motor. I can't get into my motor because the boot lock is broken and I need to take it up to a farmer friend, and he's giving me a loan of his, what do you call it, his barn. I'm going to park the car in it and open the boot and strip it down and put all the parts back in. The new parts. I've actually got the part right there. I can smell WD-40.
Ain't it funny how that works?
See, and I'll tell you something. See, modern cars. Modern cars are a pain in the fucking arse. I'll tell you that now. Right. Modern cars, right? See you put that boot switch in, right? See you put that boot switch in. I need to open the boot. I need to take the back panel off. I need to take the lights out. I need to drop the lock at the back. I need to take about 500 screws out, and then I need to slide out the screen just to change a stupid teensy weensy wee switch. No way, Chris. It's you that afford. What's that? Whips and chains. Look, Alan, I remember fixing your phone for you, and I'll tell you something right now. I'm going to say this right now, man. Honestly, that I've never seen anything like it. Honestly, I've never seen. I mean, it was horrific. I mean, I think I've been damaged for life after seeing that.
Oh, you already were damaged. What are you talking about?
His mum and his brother will be like that. I'm only joking.
You know, so to be talking about hearing how he needs to be going to church more. It's like it's nunnery porn that he's been watching.
What's that? Hello, just in the door. Welcome, Emerald Isles. You can ask his mad question. You can ask anything you want tonight of Dakota, and he'll tell you anything. You just missed a good part there. He was talking about his fascination with Pornhub.
Hey, I was a lonely teenager, okay? I was a lonely teenager, and I used to be able to hide my age a lot better.
WD-40 and 6.
Tell that to the girls that like to masturbate with the tractor.
Well, here's the thing, right? It's very flammable. Have you ever noticed that? WD-40.
Aye.
I used when I used to be able to work in cars and that, be left with the rags and they all be saturated in WD-40. I used to put a lighter to them to go.
Yeah.
Wee bit of fun there, you know. Alan knows me as a firebug. What's this? There's Son of the Naked Bigfoot. It's like watching a cross between Hellraiser and
Midget jello race wrestling.
I didn't think there was such a thing. Pete,
There's a thing for everything these days.
I'm
You're accusing me of being the freak. Look at who's revealing himself in the chat.
but Pete's allowed to
No
do
wonder
that.
he doesn't
Pete,
want to show his face.
Pete's
He might
allowed
get
to-
arrested.
Pete, honestly, I sent you an invite. Pete, you can come in if you want. You don't need to show your face or anything like that. You can ask any
Ironically,
question you want.
it's as you were talking about. I think you just sent it that weird glitch happened.
I know.
Now that I think about it,
but why did the glitch happen?
I don't know.
I never mentioned anything. Do you know? I never. Louise. But look, it's a happens. These things happen. You know, these things happen. I think now I want your opinion in the chat, right? Pete, I know you're a man, you've probably got a beard, right? You're standing there the now, you've got a beard like your dad. Do you think I should go for the Hulk Hogan look? I was thinking of shaving in this suit and just going for is it called the handlebar? What do you think? Yeah,
What are you hoping for someone to grab it as you're sucking them off?
He's an arsehole, ladies and gentlemen. He's an arsehole. But look at all the people that you have managed to piss off in the years. Look at all the man. Let's face it. I've got what 1, 2, 3, 4 people I've managed to piss off. 2 guys, 2 women.
Hey, don't be looking at me.
Oh, no,
when we first started this shindig, it was you and me pissing them off together.
That's very true. Did you hear what happened with that? Actually, do you want to tell everybody about that? We might as well talk about it. Why the fucking not? We might everything else.
I don't know. I think the official notice hasn't really gone out. I don't know. It feels kind of mean.
Does it feel mean?
You know,
it
does feel a little mean. But you know, some of you who may have known us for a long time, we've actually received word that our former affiliations will no longer be considered an official company here soon. Oh, hey, Brad, how's it going, man?
Who's Brad? Hey, Brad, a new person in the chat. I've never seen you before.
I met him when I was in Orlando.
Hello, I'm a Scotsman and I'm mad.
Kind of a kook, but
I like me then. If you grow a beard like that, you might as well buy a window. What's that?
Thank you, Pete.
A window.
Thank you.
And give out free. Oh, come on. Do you know like the old Hulk Hogan look? You know, the wrestling and all that kind of stuff.
You gonna get the blonde hair too?
What do you mean? My wig? Do you see any
the
excuse?
Full-on Hulk Hogan hair, man.
Any excuse to wear my. Look at this.
Now he just looks like a dickhead.
Yeah, well,
but I don't think it should be yellow. You might need to get it to go get that checked.
Jenny thinks it's nice. Jenny likes this hairdo. She thinks
she likes them infected.
No, she likes to be like, what's it?
She likes the fact.
No, she likes
the fact that you look
let me
like
finish.
a gay man.
Let me finish. No, she. Oh, for fuck's sake, you're mixing me up. She likes the fact that I look like Elton John, didn't you, Jenny? Candle in the wind.
I think that's an insult to Elton John.
Well, I'd make a good Elton John impersonator. You know,
more like a bushwhacker.
More like a bushwhacker. See, honestly, you're getting me. Everybody's going on about my. Everybody's got. I'm going to ground my beard right long, right down to there. Honestly, I'll have to tie it around my neck a few times. You know. Well, what's right? You're just jealous because you can't ground one.
I'm fine with that.
That's fine.
I'm secure. I'm secure.
Oh, fuck. Oh, Pete. Are you serious? Oh my god! Who?
What did he
Doesn't ken who
say?
Elton John is. He doesn't ken who the fuck is Elton John.
Don't you remember when we had out there the Suds Paranormal on?
Pete, are you telling me you've never, ever seen Elton John? Come on. He's done
Okay,
loads of songs.
seriously, Pete. But how old are you, man?
I ken you live in the mountains, Pete. I ken you live in the mountains, Pete, and you don't get out much. But come on, seriously, your dad's bound to have played like something Elton John's at one time. Well, maybe that's the wrong way of putting it, but he's played something, an album he has at one time. Very itchy, this. I've got to leave it to you in my wall. I'm leaving it to Alan in my wall, that wig. I want him to wear it with pride every day.
With pride, huh?
A year ago, I grew a beard out and I love it. I don't think I will ever shave it off. See? I think it makes me look like Sean Connery. You know? Elton John is made up like Jesus or Easter Bunny.
Well, yeah, it's his stage name.
That's a stage
name. Not
name.
his real name.
Fuck's sake. You get what I mean? Freddie Mercury, there's another man with a beard. He had a beard. Freddie Mercury had a beard. Now, come on, he was one of the world's best singers.
No, I'll give you that. Freddie Mercury was good.
Oh, aye. Shame what
you actually know. You actually do know how his voice was produced, right?
Because of his teeth. Is it not because of his teeth?
No, there was actually a certain muscle that only certain people have voluntary control over that he was able to use.
Well, I can tell you something right now. I don't fucking have that muscle.
You can't sing worth shit.
I can. What is it? I can sing fine. I the new Scotland. What?
Ladies and gentlemen, please assert your ears. For as Christopher would prefer you to be bleeding from them, apparently.
So, put your headphones on. So, when are we getting into the show's main name tonight? We can ask the chat. Guys in the chat, you can ask any question you want to Dakota right now.
No, any question to the both of us. Come on, you're just as much in this shindig as I am.
All right, on you go. Come on, any question you want, and then we'll pick one of these.
Fake isn't real. Next thing you'll be telling me that birds are real animals and not government drones.
Oh, no. Well, God.
There's actual patents.
I know.
There's actual patents for that.
Pete, honestly, don't. You'll be saying that you're a flat earther next.
Wouldn't surprise me.
So come on, ask Dakota anything you want.
Ask away.
Any.
The roast of bottom bonkers, serious or not, bring it on. You want to feel like trolling us? It's perfect opportunity.
Oh, here you go. Trolls that are blocked. Well, these are blocked, so you can't ask any questions.
Not just saying. You want to try trolling us and ask us something? Go ahead.
I don't know that because they're sneaky and they like to go back. They're sneaky. That's the thing about these trolls that I've got. They're sneaky. They'll not talk about you. They'll attack you on Facebook. Then they'll go away and they'll change their name, but they'll not change it. They're anything else, and then they'll come back again. Yeah, and they think every time they change their name, there's no records of that.
Yeah, I know.
Facebook skins all about it.
Here's the thing that I never really understood. Why is it that they always try to attack you through some of your lowest performing videos?
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously they want folk to think, oh, look, he's only got 127 views here, oh, this and that. But then why did they not go to the videos with, like, say, 10,000 views?
Going. Yeah.
Aye.
Yeah. Someone's boyfriend did that when they were getting pissed at us, but
Right, there's a question for Pete for you there.
All right, Galactic Stardust. What do you guys think about cloud seeding? Christopher?
You mean chemtrailing? I believe it. And the perfect man in the chat there is where are you? This geezer sec. Where are you? His name's Lewis, but the knowledge within. He's the man. He knows all about that kind of stuff. The knowledge within's in the chat. I can tell you something right now, Claudine. Yes, they're spraying us with chemicals. They're spraying us with everything. They're trying to change the weather. They're trying to do all sorts of stuff.
It's actually well known to have been used. One of the biggest publicly known examples was the Beijing Olympics. The Chinese actually used it to help keep the weather nice around the Beijing Olympic Center.
Oh, Pete.
Yeah, no, I already saw that.
Oh
Dude,
my
you
God, Pete.
got to keep up with the rest of us. We're going over almost 400 hours of doing shows together, and you still can't keep up.
I know, but I'm just trying to get into the thing aspect. Yeah, they're spraying us. They're spraying us with chemicals. It's either to change the weather, it's to change the climate. It's one or the other.
You change the weather in the one spot, you affect the climate patterns, and that's why we get all sorts of weird ass fucking storms.
That's
like the tornadoes that Florida's been getting.
No, or the crazy weather Scotland's been getting. Which is quite unusual.
For
the UK's been
sake,
getting.
Unusual weather to you guys is when it's nice and sunny.
Look, I'm going to tell you something. I seen a strange thing, and I'm talking about UFOs and stuff like this. I don't know if you've ever heard of this thing, right? I seen a really strange thing in the sky the other day. Wait to hear this, guys. Right. This is. I came out the door and it wasn't raining, right? And I looked up and the sky was blue, and there was this strange thing in the sky, and it was orange, and it was beaming light down. What do you think that is? It's the sun. I'm Scottish. It was fucking rains.
I know, it's always
it rains here all the time.
That's what I just said. You guys, your form of weird weather is when it's nice and beautiful outside.
The Scottish are notorious for complaining. If it's raining, we complain. If it's snowing, we complain. If it's beautiful and it's a heat wave, we complain.
I'm well aware.
Look, I kind of take the heat, right? It's too hot for me sometimes. And we're near like you Americans, all you Americans with your air conditioning and your houses and stuff like that. We don't have that.
Because your houses are so fucking old, you try to install air conditioning, you set the damn thing on fire.
Yes, but we've got to remember we were here first, you know? Oh, Son of the Naked Bigfoot's got a question.
Oh, dear Lord. I am afraid to bring this up or read it out for the podcast side. So we'll bring it up and read it out for the podcast side. Question.
Tell him.
Have you guys ever made sweet loving down by the fire with a large-breasted ghost or cryptid?
I don't know, actually. I've had many visitations in the night for spirits, and I've had visitations for extraterrestrials in my life. I don't know. I can't remember anything. I can never really remember that much, as you know, and I try and explain stuff to you in my mind.
Speaking of which, that reminds me, that is someone I would love to get on the show one day. Is that the woman who was getting married to a ghost, but then called off the wedding because he kept disappearing?
I know someone that knows that person.
You do?
Yeah, I'll tell you about it after. But I need to ask that person first if they would be willing to maybe get them on the show.
I don't know. I don't know if they would be willing to come on a show for that.
Pete, have you ever done that? Knowing we're used to.
And did your dad watch?
And
boy, he's got to make sure his boy's okay.
Supernatural. What's that? What's that? I haven't even got nothing to do that.
Supernatural fellatio.
Aye, is that your nickname, Pete? Is that your nickname, Pete? Is that all the other farmers up in the mountains say, "Oh Christ, here he's coming"?
Is it Jenny you're talking about?
What?
Louise just gave it away.
Oh, Louise. Jenny was telling me about it, but I would rather go through Jenny first. That's why I didn't want to mention it now. Well,
I would love to get Kesha on for a show because apparently she's had the same thing happen to her.
Pete, what's your nickname, Pete in the mountains? You know. Oh, right, he's put something. But I need to keep showing his thing here. What's Does
There's always a weird delay when it's Pete.
I know it's strange. Does Mothman?
Isabel,
Oh my god! Oh, for fuck's sake.
Isabel Gowdy. Why does that sound familiar?
There's Pete. Got one for you there, Dakota. But Mothman, your favourite cryptid. Pete's having a real old time. I can tell you right now that Pete is probably in his dad's study right now watching this. I bet he is. I'm telling you.
Mm. Well, I think Mothman only has a cloaca, so it's technically all once.
See, that's a question. Do like bugs and insects still have the same reproductive organs as humans do? They don't. They're different.
No, it depends. Certain bugs have different reproductive organs. Yeah.
See, there you go. Learn something today. So, come on. Is there any other questions there?
Isabel Gowdy, you talking about the Scottish witch? Man, Brad, you should have come on when we had Leonard Lowe on.
Have you guys heard of Isabel? I've heard the name. Is she is that Scottish witch, isn't she?
Yeah, she confessed to witchcraft back in the day. It was like, you should come on, when we had Leonard Lowe on.
We'll get him back on again.
Yeah. What did Pete just post?
Pete, have you been drinking something from a jar? Perhaps tonight. He's more vulgar tonight than he usually is. I think he's having a real time. This is exciting for him. This is what he loves for.
Oh, come on. We knew his dad.
Yeah.
From what I've seen, he's not much different than his dad right now.
His dad was more, I don't know, refined. I think he'd seen it all, done it all, and then he was just he was retired from it all.
We're looking at Mike in his early days.
We're looking at Mike in his early days. Pete, the naked Bigfoot. There you go. See, that bloody chat's not working for me. Again, I need to keep pressing this yellow button down the bottom corner. So come on, is there any other questions you want to ask? Is there anything you want?
Galactic Stark Gus actually had a good question, and this is probably a little something more in your area.
Have you guys ever seen fairies or fae in investigation? See, that's the thing. I've never seen any fairies or fae, except for one time when I was doing a live with Sherry. Mind that.
Oh.
Check out Sherry's channel. What's her name? What's her channel's name again? Jesus Christ, sorry. I'm stupid here. Give a sec, I'll find it. PWI Spiritual Investigators, check her out. She did a video and it looks like a wee fairy flying out of her shoulder. A lot of people are like, oh, it's a moth and stuff like that. No, I think it's something there because she is into fairies.
You gotta take into consideration mosquitoes when they're hit, when there's an overexposure on them, they do kind of look like little Tinkerbells. In photos. I'm just saying.
I will say that about Sherry. I will say this about Sherry. She is quite a mystical person, and she does do the stuff work with the fairies and stuff like that. And I think it was a fairy. I honestly do think it was a fairy. So yeah, you want to check her channel out if you want to. Oh, Pete, you ever thought of
Sasquatch wax off to new Nessie pics? Let's not say, dogs.
Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, do not be letting
anyone Mothman under the age of 18 trans.
Watch this. Oh, God.
Hey, for the record, I tried to put up a warning when we first were coming on, but for some reason, Pete hacked into us and took it all down.
Yep. Yeah.
We're blaming it on Pete.
Terrible. Yeah, terrible Pete.
Terrible.
Yeah, terrible Pete. Which Dot's saying it? Mothman identifies as a trans. I personally blame all my trolls. I think they're all sitting in the new like mystical stuff. Ooh. Yeah.
Well, they think they're mystical.
But
I kind of like Pete's comment on one of our shows in regards to one of them, but I don't think we should repeat that on the air.
Be warned, trolls in the chat. I'm making Pete our honourably, would you call him, moderator in the chat tonight. So be warned, trolls, if you come in, you're going to have to deal with Pete.
Mothman gargles mothballs. Oh dear lord. Anybody have any other questions? Come on.
Oh,
Feel
come
free.
on,
Ask us
ask
anything.
us unless, nah, yeah.
Ask us anything. Come on.
I want to go ask us a question. I'm going to blow my nose. I've got bloody
I
cold again.
should have gathered the questions and did the spin the wheel thing like we did the last couple of times we did something like this. What the fuck? I didn't do it.
Where did I go?
I didn't do it. That's a very good question.
He's hacking into the mainframe again.
Pete, goddammit.
There you go. Hello. Hello.
Let's reach down.
I know. We're fucking mad. Like, come on, put that back to where the bloody was. Straining my eyeballs. Straining my eyeballs. Right, oh, here we go. From Son of the Naked Bigfoot. Dad said, and that's Mike the Naked Bigfoot, by the way, said, Dad said, fairies were assholes.
They can
And I
be.
quite believe him. Oh, yeah.
They can be. Let's see. Brad asked Dakota, have you spoken to Elena Denon recently? No, it's been a while. She and I have both been pretty busy with stuff.
She's awfully busy, though. You know what I mean? She's got all her stuff to do and all that kind of thing on her own channel. Pete, I'm going to have words with you.
How did you know, Pete? I was like, no, Brad. Going back to Brad's thing. No, Elena and I haven't spoken.
Pete, if I die before you, I'm going to hunt you.
Well, you're older, so
I'm closer to God than him.
Anyway, Brett, no, I haven't spoken to Elena, but I do know that she actually did just mention me on her website in regards to my ties to Thorhan. Power bomb, dear Lord, Pete.
Oh,
see, ladies and gentlemen, this is why you got to attend a live show.
Yeah.
So you can understand
Pete,
why
I've got
the
a question for
insanity
Pete.
happens.
Pete, I've got a question. I've got a question. I've got a question for you, Pete. When are you going to do some videos? When, Pete, are you going to put some videos out in your channel?
That's his call to make.
Could be anything you want, like, you know, as long as YouTube lets it come out. You know.
Yeah. Speaking of which, this is something we got to talk about because you remember how I said one of our backup channels ended up getting hit with a strike?
Oh Christ, aye.
Yeah,
but that'd be some wanker. That'd be some wanker out there wanting to, what do you call it, sabotage or something. Yeah, I mean, there's loads of them out there. There's a bunch of fucking wankers all of them. I would know about tonight.
No, I'm starting to wonder because it's starting to show off a lot about how the YouTube algorithm actually works.
I've had a few things lately where say somebody's reported my video, some of my videos that I did last year for copyright infringements, and I get a 10.5 quite quick, and I don't know how it was possible because it was me just wandering about a graveyard. So if I filmed the, I mean, the funeral.
One of the very first videos I ever put out on YouTube when I first got started was from a Sasquatch investigation. Somehow it got flagged for copyright infringement from the Olympic Games.
No, well, that's what happens. It's look, it's AI that run that fruit now. When the sun sets in the east and the moon falls, what's that? The moon falls from the sky. Oh, come on, Pete. You put
Isn't
a
that
video,
a quote
man.
from Godzilla? Mothra.
That's what I see. They're making a new Cloverfield.
Another one?
Yep. And they're also making 28 years later. Can I do 28 days later and 28 months later? But they're making it 28 years later. So there you go. So
Uh,
what other madness is happening? What other madnesses is happening? Come on, guys, I'm on a
no,
question. Ask me a
well,
hard question.
there's there. Yeah, well, I'll address a couple of the remarks that just came up. Brad Galactic Stardust. It is my intention to make it down that way, but we shall see what happens. There's been some stuff that's come up where I'll probably be a bit busy.
Of course, is the next one. Are they not doing the next one in Europe?
The next one's in Denver.
Aye,
Well,
but after that, are they not talking about doing one in Europe?
Do you know Danny was talking about hosting a second one in Europe? So I don't
It'd
know.
be good if they did it in Ireland, where Elena's fae.
See what happens.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be good if they did that.
I don't know. It's like talking about disclosure conferences. If it's true that the aliens are going to be coming this year, the point of those conferences is going to be moot. Wouldn't you think? It's like they're here. What now?
Speaking of Godzilla, does anyone wonder how big? Pete, you nearly tricked me into that there.
Well, you know what? Fuck it. Well, let's say the full thing. Speaking of Godzilla, does anybody
good
wonder
point.
how big Godzilla's dong is? Well,
That's actually a good question. Actually,
Luis.
it'd be quite big, something like that, wouldn't it?
Well, if we could take it.
Louise is sitting like that with her phone in the
Hands up, Chris. One. Well, technically, there is a little bit of science we could apply to this. They say that the T-Rex penis was about 12 feet long. So if you put that as the basic, frame of Godzilla, obviously depending on which version you're talking about, that could be easily a 50-foot dick.
Wow. Is that
for some of the smaller ones,
or is that unerect?
Well, reptiles, it just kind of shoots out.
Does it? They couldn't know that. See, Louise is trying to cover it up now. She's saying that it was about the
Poor girl.
GSCI. You're trying to cover it up. Don't worry, we'll be telling anybody.
It's okay if that's what you're into.
Godzilla
no judgment here. No judgment here. Just make sure there's plenty of lubricants.
Pete's getting excited in the chat tonight.
I think they're all.
This has got to go down. This has got to go down as one of our controversial lives. Actually, it's like when Mike.
Out of all the shit we've ever done, I know. This is
it's like
one of the worst.
It's like Mike when he did his sex in the paranormal. Remember that one? That was the most epic. His video. I couldn't help it. I kept making him laugh. I couldn't help it. No, I don't actually. What if Godzilla is
eunuch?
Well, I wonder how he lost it. I mean, maybe detonate a couple of the nuclear weapons,
Got stuck in Kingsborough.
You hear the wind here tonight? It's really windy again.
We're getting blow, huh?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna have some of my iron brew.
So, any other questions, ladies and gents?
Come on, ask Dakota anything you want. Anything. Absolutely anything.
Anything. Come on, send some questions to Chris's way.
He's brave enough to ask me any question.
Chris feels left out whenever I get all the attention. So come on.
Oh no, Godzilla has a dump truck. Honestly, you need a woman. You can ask it, Pete. Do you like inflate yours at night? No.
If so, Christopher can recommend you some very good hand pumps.
Look, there's some good tapes out there. Gorilla tape's quite good, actually. Yeah. What? It's a part of the pun, Look, all our enemies out there will be sitting going, oh, this is terrible. I would never do a show like this, talking like this. I'm a professional. I'll have you know right now. Are
Yeah,
you?
no, there's some that try to make little ominous comments towards us on Twitter, and it's just like, shut up. Who cares?
Exactly. Who cares? I don't care about any of them. I think they're all a bunch of fannies, to be purely honest with you. But that's just my
You're still
opinion.
hanging around most of them. No, just
No, I've managed to clear my list now. It's pretty good actually. We've got to
oh
go.
god, dots.
Did you... Oh my
Dakota,
god! What
did
was
you
that?
print
What's
out a
this?
copy of that AI pic of you, the one I showed yesterday?
Are you talking about the woman with the large breasts? I actually asked Dakota. I asked if he was the left or the right one. You
No, but I am thinking about putting it
know?
on like calendars and stuff.
You could put it on some cups. You know. See if
Yep.
you actually look like that, we'd be sitting here with about 5 million subscribers right now, and there'd be about 500 people in the chat.
Yeah, it's usually how it goes.
See, why can you not put an effort in and dress like that?
Have you seen my sisters? I'd be a very ugly woman.
Come on, there's desperate men out there. Come on, look at Pete. Pete, if Dakota was dressed as
Yeah, no,
a
there's some men
handsome-looking
that are
woman,
so desperate out there that you can start up an OnlyFans using AI fucking models and make dough.
I know.
They're that fucking desperate for attention, and unfortunately, a lot of those girls have to get suicide awareness training.
Oh, I've got to sit back. I'll suddenly need a wheelchair and need to wheel me about everywhere. Yeah. Oh, I keep saying show. I have to keep showing you. Go do us a favour, Dakota, and moderate Mike the Naked Bigfoot, so I don't need to do this anymore. Keep letting him put his messages up.
Christopher, I
Make him a
think this is
moderator.
a good question. Have you ever had any naughty fantasies involving yourself and Dog Man?
That's an interesting
Here's a
question,
guy.
actually.
Well,
I've never seen Dogman, so that doesn't work for me, but for maybe it'll work for him.
I don't know. You talk about some of these furries out there, my God. But here's a question: does Dog Man like it doggy style?
Don't know. Does he go to the toilet the same way? Does he lift his leg, cock his leg against a post, a lamp post, or somebody's wheel trim? Yeah, I mean,
Or is there any Bigfoot that have Dog Man on a leash?
there is people out there that like to put people in leashes. Have you noticed that? It's like a new craze now. You get the people kidding on their cats, but there's also people that walk about
It's
with leashes on them.
Chris, our
I seen
former
that the other day, and I couldn't stop
Chris,
laughing.
dude,
But
that's been around for a while. Someone you actually tried to help set me up with was into that.
I was sitting in the car, Chris, for the shop, and this person came out and they had like a how you get how you get the dog
A
collars with
choker?
like, the spike, no, but with the spikes on it. Well, I had
Yeah.
that on, and there was a woman standing, and she went up to him and she put her lead round about clicked it on his neck, and then taken him away.
Yeah, I've been seeing that.
So there you go, Pete. You have to hang about the shops, and you might get a treatment.
Yeah, all these ones that keep asking for pop cups.
Oh God, Pete.
Pete.
Pete's terrible, ladies and gentlemen. Pete's
Yes.
terrible.
And he wonders why YouTube keeps picking on him.
I know. Look, I think Pete's a great guy. He is a great guy. I think he's awfully lonely though up in the mountains. So if any of these are traveling, where is it you're from again, Pete? Where about is
Blue
it
Ridge
West
Mountains.
Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains? So if you're ever driving through the Blue Ridge Mountains and your car breaks down at like 2 o'clock in the morning near Pete's farm, don't get out.
Bing, 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 bing.
Okay.
Pick away the banjo, straw.
You can
Coming out.
that guy's still alive. I think the guy that plays that in Deliverance.
Is he?
Have you ever seen that movie, Deliverance?
I believe I have. Wow.
Yeah, you kind of remind me of the guy, the kind of bald, the kind of wee pudgy bald guy. Squeal, piggy!
Oh,
Come
dear
on.
Lord. Don't, please don't say that. Don't get him started on that. Oh
Pete,
God.
what do you think? Deliverance. He looks like the guy, didn't he? Ken, the guy that goes with him on. He's got all the fishing tackle gear and one of the kind of fishing jackets on and all that.
Oh dear Lord.
I'd like to be like the Rocky Horror Show. That's a good film. You ever seen the Rocky Horror Show?
Here we go. No, I haven't.
Everybody's done the time warp except for this guy. He's never done the time warp. Let's do the time. Let's do the time warp again. You jump to the left, and you jump to the right. Yeah.
That's it.
Just like me making Rocky Horror Picture Show. I don't know what that is.
God, you're annoying about that.
There's nothing wrong with it. Oh my god, I'm sorry, Dakota, I couldn't help mentioning it, but Pete's coat on.
What?
Wait for that. It's a pop up.
Young Joe Biden on bingo? Yeah.
How does old Joe?
What did he say? It's not showing it on the Streamlabs side.
It should be. It's there. I showed it.
I'm scared to look. I'm scared to look.
It'll pop up there. It's there. It's still coming up. It's disappeared now. Why is that disappeared?
Oh dear Lord.
Dad performed a lot of stage productions of the Rocky Horror. Did he? Oh, go and send me one of his videos. Did he? I didn't get that. Really? Really, Pete? Come on, everybody loves the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Come on. This is the guy that's never ever seen the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Honestly. What's wrong with the Rocky Horror Picture Show? You know?
If that's what you're
into. There's Emerald out. Jenny, what's this? Fake. I can it be replayed. That's what I want to see. Pete, send me the link. And your dad could sing. Let's do the time warp again. I can just see him now when he whips off his dressing gown and he's dressed as a transvestite, singing the time warp again.
Someone should send this to some of our old affiliates.
Oh, fuck the folk that want to help us. They're not going to help us anyway. Fuck them.
No, I'm just saying. No, so I won't send this about Mike to some of our former affiliates.
So, Dakota, you have had some shows specialing in magic or witchcraft. Yes, we have.
Some of our early stuff, yes. I am trying to look for some new people just to kind of diversify our topics.
See, Jenny missed the whipping chains. Now, Jenny does do like whipping chains. I'm sorry, but she loves the whips and the chains. We're actually thinking of bringing out our own line through Bald and Bonkers. Whips and chains are us. You know, different coloured ones, whips, any size you want, you know. Torture racks.
You were complaining when I said we should open our own sex shop.
I'm a new person now.
You were complaining.
Pete's into that kind of thing.
You were the one complaining about that.
Pete's getting his credit as we speak. We shipped abroad.
We shipped abroad. Yeah, we're not into human trafficking there, Chris.
What?
I know that just went dark.
Oh my God, Jenny. Jenny.
We're gonna have to do this censor, Chris.
She really has into her whips and chains. Look, it's not natural if you're into that kind of stuff, you know. Look, it's natural. Look, honestly, Jenny, don't you worry. We'll get you the special code. We'll get you a special code to maybe get you like 90% off or something like that, you know. And don't worry, it comes with a free can of WD-40 to keep the metal in good working order.
Oh dear Lord! How the hell did that not get flagged on Twitch?
Oh my god! I just seen that.
Jesus.
These guys. I wouldn't don't even think of bringing that up.
That's on that was
That's on
on
Twitch.
Twitch side.
We can't show you that, guys, but
That I don't know.
I'm amazed that was get through. Yeah, we'll get you 90% off, Jenny. Special friends only.
Well, that just revealed everything.
Oh god! Come on, you get a free can of WD-40 with it.
Worst kind of lubricant you can get, brother.
Oh no, yeah, there's actually quite good lubricants out there. You tried the new WD, is it 60? It's called, and it's lithium.
Chris, you have a question.
That's what we'll read it out to us then, because my site's gone. I'm old.
Question. This is from Pete. Chris, what's your safe word? And are you into pegging?
I can't tell you. It's a special word.
I know. Geez, I don't know. I
I
don't
don't
know
know.
where we're going off on this.
Pete, come on. I would have thought you would have taken me out for a date first and got me a box of chocolates first, and then I'll tell you.
Well, it is that time of year.
You know? Witchcraft. You talk about witchcraft, all the torture chambers and all that, where they hold them up and stuff like that. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
There's got to be a museum.
Yeah.
Pineapples. Oh, pineapples. Aye. Do you get it, Dakota? Pineapples.
Yeah. That's a safe word.
What's that? No. I've got a special safe word. Not many people know of it.
Franklin punch me.
Nope. No. I'm not telling you my space. My safe word. That's for me.
No. It's Franklin, your favorite character out of GTA 5.
I've never really played the campaign in GTA 5. I just like driving about, running our innocent bots. It's fun. It's like, you know. Don't stop. See, we should have Jenny up here telling us all about our collection of whips and chains. She's got an extensive collection. What I've been told, it's the biggest collection in Ireland.
Chris,
What?
look at the chat.
Oh, I know. I think you've got the admirer there, Dakota. What's that, Female Dials? I can send you pictures. Right, send me some pictures. Go on, send me some pictures, Jenny. I'm into that kind of stuff. Send me some pictures. What?
You too.
It's just like
you
what?
Too.
It's whips and chains. I mean, it's a natural thing. If you're into whips and you're into chains, I bet you Pete when he goes out with his girlfriend or his wife or whatever, and he goes out to his shed, I bet he's got whips and chains hanging up everywhere. Pete's into that kind of stuff.
Everybody judges me about having cameras in the bedroom.
Aye, but you like to record things. God knows what you get up to. When you get beamed up in the spaceship, right? When you get beamed up in the spaceship, how do you ken that your wife hasn't got like her own whips and chains? You just trying to remember it.
There's an aspect of it that makes it to where you physically leave your bodies while in the middle of it.
Oh my God, Pete. You see what you put?
Can a sex toy be a haunted object like a haunted dildo or a possessed sex doll?
See that?
I think your dad actually made some remarks about that.
Your dad did, because I asked your dad. I says, right, for instance, Dakota was in a sex shop looking for the perfect whip, right? And he was walking down the aisle in the dildo section, right? And he taken a corner there and dropped down dead. Could his soul go to one of those dildos and possess it?
Why did it just feel like I heard someone on your side say, "What the fuck"?
If that's my ghost, I don't know. But anyway,
Seriously, that was weird.
But that's a good question. I mean, what happens if sex toys are possessed? I mean, you've heard about Annabelle in the cage. You could have like a big dildo, the haunted demon dildo.
Well,
or something. People would be into
In some cultures, I believe the Egyptians, you got cases like the Island of Dolls down in Mexico, and I believe Japan has a version of it where or dolls were initially used to help house spirits.
I'm talking about Pete. What? I think we should bring that up for everybody. What do you think?
Oh, dear Lord, Christopher.
I think Dakota is more of a double dong guy.
Oh, dear Lord.
Well, I can tell you something right now. This episode's not getting monetized.
Oh, dear Lord. What are you?
You're going to have all the haters out there. How can they do this in the paranormal field? Look, we're having a fun night talking about fun facts.
Here's the thing. Mostly the so-called paranormal professionals are some of the most sexist, racist sons of bitches that should have no business being around this. I mean, hell, Chris and I met through an organization that was started by a pedophile.
Yeah.
They ain't around no more.
And then we found out about it and we outed them.
We got called the fakes
when
that happened. So,
yeah. Look, there's loads of people out there. I mean, look at the people that have not been very nice to some of the women of the paranormal lately. And then they joined the live one night and basically taking the piss out of a couple of people because of their sexual orientation. I mean, that's just terrible.
Yeah.
Can't I mean? But you get people like that because they're dicks, right?
I know. Yeah, they build their entire businesses on.
Jenny's went all quiet. Jenny's away. Jenny's went all quiet. She's away looking at all our stuff to take pictures for me. But that is a good point. I mean, you think about it. If you die next to something, you can haunt something, right? So if you did die in a sex shop, in theory, you could possess a sex object.
In theory, you could develop an attachment if it was your particularly favorite toy. So it's technically not impossible.
Galactic Stardust. Chris, have you met your Galactic Stardust? No, I've met some of them, but I don't know who they are because it comes back and it's all jiggly, poogly, and diggly, and I can't really remember that much, and I just talk pash. Really,
have you seen how easy it is for me to prank him on the show? Yeah,
I kind of got some. I've got some out there, but I can't remember. Maybe one day. I can't find the key to unlock the handcuffs. I'm stuck. Well, come on, WD-40, little toothpick, and get it open there. Come
on. Just take your thumb. No, I'm just kidding. Technically, you can break your hand in order to get out of handcuffs if in a pinch. Well, you can dislocate it, but
there's actually we see the older style ones. There's a way to pick them, but the new police ones they've been changed. But actually, I watched a program how to. I better not talk about it on air because you're not meant to. But there is ways you can pick. There's ways you can open them.
Yeah, you can essentially shimmy the gears.
There's ways. Oh, I got a question for you there, Dakota, from one of our favourite fans, son of the Naked Bigfoot. Oh my God!
What was that?
That's for you. That's for you, Dakota.
No, that's more for you, Chris.
No.
Yeah.
I'm going to answer this for Dakota. I'm going to say,
what's anyone else just see that flash come on across my screen?
Aye.
Like it was someone taking a picture?
It's Mike. He's here.
That was weird.
He's wanting to be in the action. You know? See?
Oh God, I just saw something from Galactic Star. I'm starting to wonder.
Pete really needs a lady. But he's maybe the other way inclined. You don't know. He's surrounded by farm animals. He'll be fine.
Yeah, the sheep are supposed to be most like the humans.
Oh my god. I can tell we're going to be getting put on the old voodoo table tonight.
Probably. Oh damn! Time flies when you're having fun,
I
huh?
know time does fly, and we're going to have to end it. Was it? I think this is a Jill. Aye, a lot of strange things are happening. Let's see.
It is going to be about time to cut it off here.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, everybody, I hope you all have a fantastic week. Jenny, you'll have to send us those pictures after.
Just him. I'm not
I
interested.
can say that about him teasing it, that kind of I know. We'll catch you later, guys. If we don't see you again, it's because we're in a bad place.
Don't forget, all of our episodes are backed up on Rumble.
Yeah.
So in case this goes to disappear.
Yeah.
Anyway, we gotta go. Much
Catch you
love.
later.
Take care.
Bye.
See you next time.